Yeah, we're going. We are live. Good evening, good morning, American Hammers TV and friends. And the first question on everybody's mind is, where is this a Diop? Selly, good evening.
Hello.
David, good evening.
All right.
And Mark, good evening. How are you all doing?
Yeah, can't complain. Doing well, thank you.
So when I was putting tonight's show together, I did a bit of research because, we've had some pre-season friendlies now, and everybody has finally emerged, shown up. Even Declan Rice posted a picture apparently on Instagram at the start of the Brentford game of him in the gym. But nothing has been seen or heard of Issa Diop. Is he going? Does that mean he's going, or is he just injured? What do you think, Sally?
Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, I would like for him to still be on the team, at least for one more season, just to see what we can get out of him, because I think there's still a ton of potential with him. We saw that with his first season, and he still showed flashes last year, even though last year wasn't his best season. I mean, if we sold him, or if there's talks for him to be sold, then it is what it is. It's the business. I guess my only concern is that if we do sell him, what's that money going to go towards? Because I don't. Obviously the joke is that we're linked with everybody who plays football, but nothing will happen. So, but I hope he's just hurt. Which is a weird thing to say, but I'd much rather him be hurt than moving on.
I could see him. I could see him going to Spuds.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Fuck off! No way.
Mourinho is a big admirer of his. He came out publicly and said so.
He said he was a monster, didn't he?
Yes, yeah. He's a monster. Yeah, and I think he thinks he can probably get the best out of him. And he's a player that we could probably make some good money on. I think we paid 20 something, 24 for him, or 22 million. We could probably double that.
Yeah,
getting him out the door if he's going somewhere where he's wanted. So it fits the bill for the sort of thing that we're probably looking to do. I hope not, but I could see him going.
What do you think, Mark? If we do sell him, do you think Moyes will be given the money?
I mean, I'm a fan of Issa. I really like him in the back with Obama. I thought he didn't look that great coming back from the break. But I don't. People keep remembering. They only remember the games after the break because it was such a long gap that they don't remember all the play from the rest of the season. But I mean, to your point, I mean, you sell Issa, you're probably getting 40 mil. But that's okay. But it matters who are you bringing back for that? Who are you going to get for that? I mean, no secret, we need a couple outside backs. They've just been atrocious all season, and they've been atrocious since I've watched this team. So it's a real position of need. So if we have to downgrade a little bit in that center back position to significantly upgrade on the outside back, okay, fine. But it all depends what the plan is. I got to know the plan. I mean, what's the plan?
Indeed. We definitely need some kind of investment, whether it's his money or any money on fullbacks, don't we? I mean, we've got young Ben Johnson, but other than that, we're struggling, aren't we?
Definitely.
Did anybody see Connor Coventry playing right back?
Yes.
I think that was the Ipswich game, wasn't it?
He put in a shift. I mean, it's not his position, but I thought he did decent, for somebody that was out of position. I wouldn't say you set the roof on fire.
Yeah, if we were to get that much money for Diop, I saw something. It was just a blog for Manchester United, so take that, at face value. But they were saying that Diop would be valued at £45 million if United were to try to go after him. If you take £45 million, you could definitely get, a quality top division left back, a semi-decent one anyways, or you could even go down the championship and get two, you could start out right and left back with that kind of money. So, but then again, that's the logical thing to do, and it probably wouldn't happen. But, I mean, he could easily be your investment for your fix in the back line.
Yeah.
I agree, and everybody seems to be going mad for Rico Henry at the moment, don't they? A bit like they did with Eze. But I have heard the stats for Rico Henry compared to Issa Diop, and they are apparently very similar. So would that be an upgrade?
If they're similar, just keep them.
Maybe only in the sense that like we can make some money on Issa and replace him with like for like,
Yeah,
I would say if we can get something of similar quality and we make 20 million quid on it, that's good business.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, if you're going to make a lateral move, I mean, you might as well make a few million, especially for a team, that apparently doesn't want to spend too much money. They could use an extra few $1 million to spend in the transfer window. So, I mean, I'd be for that, but at the same time, I mean, even though you think you're getting a known commodity, I feel like I know Issa. I feel like I know what he's going to bring to the table. I like him in the back. And someone said in the chat, imagine what he could do with two outside backs. And more importantly, imagine how much that would help Fabianski, who is aging, who has looked a little slow. What? Oh, my God. Get the out of here.
Boy.
Oh,
Rant.
Come on then. Let's have it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
a little bit.
Oh.
Anyway,
that's funny.
Moving on with the sensible people. Are you there?
No, that's. Yeah, I think I agree with you too, Mark. I mean, if you're going to make a lateral move, obviously it's not a bad decision, but at the same time, you as a fan, obviously, what Issa brings. And I guess even on that same token, what he doesn't bring. But I think, with the other player that people were talking about, people being fans, I think that's one thing that happens every transfer season is, one person gets mentioned by the right person or by a couple of people, and then everybody's like, oh, yeah, we got to get him. Announce him, this and that, and I know I'm not I'm not the best when it comes to knowing people outside of the Premier League, but I really don't know anything about him, so so I don't know if that would be a smart business move or not. If he can upgrade the position, perfect, do it. But I don't want to just get caught up in hype just because he's a name, and then he comes and he's Zaza again or something.
Yeah, I understand. Now the chat is filling up lovely. We got Neil, Foshizi, Vernon, Wally. Hi guys. I perhaps didn't quite explain myself properly when I was saying, because Foshizi's picked up on it. Yes, I know Diop is a centre back, and Rico Henry's a left back. What I was implying was that we would sell Diop and use some of that money to improve the left back position, not replace one with the other, because obviously they are incomparable. You are quite right, Fo. But obviously we would need then to invest in a centre back. I know in the
I thought
the friendlies, a couple of the youngsters showed a lot of promise, didn't they?
Yeah, Leslie.
Yeah, and at 19 he could be knocking on the door, couldn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think one thing that you notice with these games, and even kind of as the past seasons have gone on, is the academy has done really well. As far as there being multiple players for multiple positions that you can have a pretty decent discussion on. Obviously not all of them are going to end up playing for the team, and all of them are going to get the chances they probably need. But just like in midfield, you had Holland, Diangana. Obviously Coventry. I know he played out of position, but Silva, Baptiste, all those guys, to include Ngakia and Johnson, even though obviously Ngakia is not with us. But I think the academy is finally getting to that point to where, if we don't go after a certain position, that it might not be the worst thing, because we could have somebody, in our own ranks that could come up and fill it, Obviously, Rice is a perfect example. He's been a staple pretty much ever since he appeared for the first time. And, I'm sure Johnson, that's his spot to lose, in my opinion, unless we either sign somebody that's of a better quality or he gets hurt.
Yeah. Some things I noticed from the Brentford game. We are desperate for a left back or two, and Balbuena needs to sit down.
Yeah, and our right back's not that great either, is he? Let's be honest.
Johnson, I'd have it right back.
No, the other one.
Frederick.
My number two. He's a number two. He'd probably be good in a right wing back role, but as a traditional right back, no. He's just too soft.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just focusing on strikers, midfielders. Always talk about Ezzy until he was picked up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe missed out on the right guy." In my opinion, I feel like this team is pretty good everywhere except for the outside back position. I feel confident in this team at every position except for the outside backs. I really do. And I feel like continuing to ignore that position for another transfer window is just going to lead to the same exact bullshit that we watched all year long, where we're scoring, giving up a goal, scoring, giving up a goal, scoring, giving up a goal, and it's just going to be on repeat.
Yeah.
Those positions have to be addressed some way, somehow. Cresswell is a disaster. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He's a disaster. Fredericks is that guy can't even play soccer. He can't even play. It's just an absolute shit show watching the two of these guys in the back.
Yeah, I agree, and Tim definitely agrees because he had a huge smile when you started saying something negative about Fredericks. But
no better way to get Tim off than talking about how much Fredericks.
Yeah, but I before the show started, me and Steve were talking about that in a little bit of detail. To the effect of, Fredericks is an athlete that just so happens to play left back. He's quick, and that's really about it. And Cresswell, even though he has some technical ability to him, he's, to me, too small for the position in the Premier League because he's easily bullied. People can get around him pretty quick, especially for the top tier teams. But you can rely on him a little bit more going forward because he does have better passing, and we know what he can do with free kicks, and if he gets a little bit of space to shoot, he's not too bad. But yeah, this team isn't going anywhere until those positions are addressed pretty permanently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Wally.
Yeah, something about Fredericks having like the best passing or something stupid.
Yeah. Tim.
One game.
Yeah.
Tim, have you sorted out your issue? We can.
I don't know, man. I had to run up and steal headphones. Steal headphones from my son. Sorry about that, but I just heard you guys talking about Diop, so I'm like, oh my god, yes, I'm gonna come in.
Please do. Give us your thoughts.
Well, yeah, so he should be gone. I mean, we should be cashing in on him, and like David especially was saying that we can get 40 mil for him, and then buy a good left back and a good fucking center back. I mean, you can get a good center back for 20 million, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we only paid what for Balbuena, and he's not great, but we paid barely anything for him. He was decent at times. But anyway, we could get a couple of good. We could fill our left back position and maybe even a right back position. Who knows? Or another center back. But I don't know. I think so far everyone's been looking good, in the preseason. But it's just preseason. But no, definitely cash in on Diop. And but again, I don't. No, I think that GSB is literally saving all of their pennies, and for added security once they get rid of Rice. That's what it is. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, they made 135 million. Where did it all go? They made money off of the TV money from overseas and this, that, everything else. Where's it all gone?" Well, it's added security for when they sell Rice. They're gonna sell Rice. They're gonna sell him before the season starts for sure. And Diop, can you imagine if they sold him and Diop and didn't get anything in return? No, it's just for security.
I don't know.
I think personally,
I do.
Yeah, I don't think Rice is gone before the start. I think he's gone before the season's over, but I don't think he leaves before this season starts.
I am telling you. And Fabianski's going to get hurt, and we're going to be fucked because we didn't pick up a goalkeeper. Like I said, I'm telling you, I'm the predictor. I am the ultimate predictor. I'm telling you. Save this episode, bookmark it.
Getting rid of
Check
Rice
back here in a couple weeks.
One of those moves that make you want to not watch this team ever again. That could be like a huge deal breaker for your boy, for West Ham.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
because he's just going to go on somewhere else and then just be a superstar.
Yeah.
We beat honestly, if you're looking at it from a strict business point of view, we'd be nuts not to sell Declan Rice for 80 million if we could get it. I love him. I would like nothing more than for him to stay around and be club captain and take us to the heights of the Premier League. But the reality is that we're just not going to invest in our team.
No,
as much as big clubs can, and we're not going to be able to win nothing. He's just going to get stuck if he stays with us.
I feel exactly the same way, David. I feel exactly the same way. But it's just the fact that we have the owners that we have, and if there was if we had any other ownership besides Mike Ashley, of course, but if we had any other ownership from any of the other owners of the Premier League, they would have already said to Chelsea, "Fuck off, just fuck off. Don't even talk about it. Like it's not happening. We want him. This is our guy. We're building the club around him. That's that." But we don't, and they're letting them. They keep trying to get Chelsea to really raise the funds, give them time, raise the funds, and give them the money so that they can fucking cash out, dude. I'm telling you.
Maybe
apparently,
that's what they're doing. Go ahead. Sorry, Steve.
I was going to say, apparently raising funds isn't an issue for Chelsea. Apparently, Abramovich he's taken the chains off the checkbook. And my fear is the only reason he hasn't gone yet is because they're stringing it out until later on so that it can be an end of the window deal. And they'll say, oh, it's too late to replace him now.
So they'll pocket all that money. What else would they do?
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
And then comes January, we'll be broke because we didn't have enough ticket sales or something. Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it kind of what you're saying there, as far as being broke and saying that we can't trust them to spend the money correctly. If we do sell Diop and Rice in the same window, and we're talking roughly 120 million pounds, there's no guarantee that's going back into the club because you have 120 million pounds of some loose change. You can get, essentially go after whoever you want to. And that's even talking about, some well-known people in Europe. Maybe not Messi or whatever, but I don't want him anyway. But
if you add Anderson to the mix and get another 30 mil, you're getting closer to Messi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can go out and buy 5 or 6 players then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can buy a whole new squad with the 150 million pound.
Yeah.
Easy, but I
don't think we can pay the $300,000 a week for Messi though.
No, definitely not.
No.
Absolutely.
Dude, are you
not.
telling me, pre-order jerseys alone would fucking make that easy?
I think it's so funny seeing on the Twitter sphere West Ham fans even talking about the possibility of Messi ever even wanting to come to West Ham. Like, what the fuck? Kind of
Yeah, just because he's cool with Lanzini.
I'm sure a lot of that is tongue in cheek, to be honest.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a bit of
Now, there's a thing on OneFootball that really bothered me. I don't know. Can you see this? Right. If you actually look
Yeah.
into this, it's Declan Rice and another player.
Like another player from us?
This Kai Havertz. But if you read into it, this Kai Havertz from wherever he's from will cost an initial 72 million. Well, hang on a minute. That means that if it's 122 million double swoop, they're saying that Chelsea are only going to pay 50 million for Declan Rice.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's a bit
bullshit.
fuck off, Chelsea.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I can. I can.
They'll probably
be
do
horrible,
something
but I
stupid
can.
like 50 million and bloody what's his name? Oh my god, brain Barkley, or something silly like that.
Oh boy,
Man, if we had that much, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, when you have this talk about Declan Rice like leaving the club or being sold is so insane to me. When you have a building block player like that, you don't sell him. You don't sell that player. You don't get rid of him.
But Mark, that's logic, though. we live in an illogical club world here.
Yeah,
You know?
look, a princess
about it.
isn't gonna live in a porta potty, all right?
But you're right, Mark. 100%, though. I mean, you're absolutely right. We should be building around him. Absolutely. And GSB should have already said, "Fuck off. He's not for sale."
And Rice or GSB should have told Rice, like, to his face, like, we're building this team around you. You know, you signed the new contract, you know, for however long.
Yeah.
You know, we'll probably get another one sorted out in a couple of years, you know, before this one is over with. But just know that, you know, we're going to fill this team up.
But here's the
players.
sign. Here's the flags, Shelly. Here's the flags and here's the sign. What have we brought in this window to build around Rice?
New chairs in the stadium.
Yeah,
Nothing.
To literally build around Rice.
So doesn't that tell you they're not building around Rice?
We got the claret shag carpet and we've got squared off ends now. We're there.
No, that carpet
And they
was for
cut off half
Antonio.
the
That was for
carpet.
Antonio.
That was Antonio.
They cut off. You know what I'm saying? The seats now took away from the half the carpet. So it's I don't know. But anyway, we're not building around
true.
Rice. Is the point?
No, I mean
We're not.
Yeah, no,
And
you
if
do
we
have
sell-
a good point. They're not, and it is frustrating because, you know, and we talked about this. I don't know if it was a show that you and I were on, Tim, in the past, but I know I've been on a show where we had discussed where West Ham could be one of those teams that could be, you know, pick who you want pretty much from the championship. You know, in terms of like get players that have the work ethic of a Bowen, and I know Souček's not from the championship, but you know, of those kind of players to come in, and you know, moving forward, you know, who top 7, you know, whatever. You give me 11 people that play like Bowen, you know, I like my chances every weekend. But you know, because we're not the club right now, even with ownership or whatever, to even think about going after these 50, 60 million pound players. You know, we got to look at players that have work ethic, that want to just play the game and play it hard. You know, play it, you know, what we would like to think is the West Ham way, you know. But even that, we seem to mess up. So
we haven't even fucking bought a £1 million player, dude. We haven't even done anything. Oh, we bought Souček. Well, no shit. We were obligated to buy him. That doesn't count. So what else did we do? What have we spent on, man? Nothing. We haven't bought anybody. Like I feel, you know, we already have a good team. I'll give him that much. We have a good team. We got a lot of youngsters. We should be okay again this season. I mean, even if we didn't buy anybody, we should be okay to stay up. But
if I may just interrupt you there, Tim.
Sure.
Going on from your I don't want to say pessimism, but it is a bit pessimistic, isn't it, what you're saying? But taking that a stage further, right? Say Declan Rice does go. That leaves Souček on his own in the middle, right?
Yeah.
He is going to be swamped. he is going to be playing defensive midfielder. He's not going to get forward. He's going to get overrun. He's going to get the ump. He's going to want to go. Sorry, in America, getting the ump means he's going to get fed up. Right?
Thank you, Steve, for clarifying.
You're welcome.
That also means that Marnova will play more games than he probably should too.
Right.
Yeah.
And if that then happens, then Bowen's not going to get the service. Diangana's not going to get the service. They're going to get the ump, and they're going to want to go. You see where this is going? It's like a house of cards falling in on itself. And that I know that's ultimate pessimism, but I can see it coming a mile off because I've been a West Ham fan for so long.
I bought the black jersey, by the way, today. So I bought it because I'm wearing it for the funeral, pretty much. Now I have something to wear at the West Ham funeral because I couldn't wear the colors. The uniform, the kits were shit this year, but the black I just felt was fitting for this upcoming season. But plus free international shipping. You can't fucking beat that, dude. Fucking zero postage. Right. Hell yeah. The US that never happens. So yeah,
really.
Dude. So for a limited time only.
I might order one and get it sent to my mother and father-in-law in San Diego, then, just for shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
If it's free shipping, I'll be going over there sooner or later, won't I? So,
yeah.
I do you know what? I don't like any of the kits this season.
No.
The one was not too bad. I don't. The home kit to me just looks like a Burnley kit.
Yeah. The black one to me looks like the badge has been stuck on with a bit of double-sided tape.
Yeah, I don't like that. The neckline, shoulder panels. Horrible.
No. What do you think, Mark?
About the kits?
What were your thoughts on the kids, Mark? Yeah.
I think the black ones are awesome.
I think the black one's awesome, man. I really do.
The black one's pretty sleek. I like it. The neck's weird, but other than that, it's perfect to me.
And gold.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Death and gold.
Like how much they cost, but like if I drink enough, like I'll buy like the entire kit.
Exactly.
Well,
I think it came out to like 72 American or something like that for the jersey.
That's not too bad.
Wow.
But it's better than like soccer.com or something like that if in America where it's like 100 fucking 50. But
At the risk of setting Tim off, right? Where is it? Neil. Tim, can you see this? Tell us how you felt, Tim, when Fabianski was on the ground holding his hip in Saturday's game.
I can't say I rolled my eyes, but I was pretty much like told you so.
Yeah.
And like fucking listen, I'm not like I don't want the guy to get hurt. He's our best goalkeeper right now. But I was just saying that he's not going to last forever. And again, with that hip injury, with his age, it's just it's not like he's 25 anymore. He's 35. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's going to take him a lot longer to heal, and then even when he's healed, he's not going to be 100%. So he's not going to be the keeper from 2 seasons ago. We're never going to get that again from him. That's never happening again. He's not going to lead the league in fucking shots saved and shit ever again. I'm telling you. So it's one of those things where like I didn't say, hey, let's go waste our money on a fucking number one goalkeeper. I didn't say that. I said, let's get someone who can compete with him for the number one spot, someone who can be there in case he gets hurt again, because it's going to happen. He's not playing 38 games this season, people. He's not. Okay. And so what happens when that happens? Oh, don't worry. We got Randolph. He's an adequate replacement. 4-0 fucking Leicester City B squad last year. No, Mr. Wifebeater is not a fucking good adequate replacement. Sorry. And then the other one is Dave Martin. He's good for a game against Chelsea was just way off that game. But anyway, and we were just playing on fire that game. But other than that, what did he do? What did David Martin do? Come on, people. He's not a fucking a number 3. I mean, he's number 3, but he's not a number 2 fighting for a number 1 spot. So anyway, long story short, we need a replacement. Not replacement. We need someone to be there for when Fabianski goes down, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. He's going to go down. He's going down. So we need someone there to cover our ass, because that's what fucked us last season. And you all know it. Everybody who's in the room knows it too, and who's watching this after the fact. We got fucked because we didn't have a number 2 goalkeeper last year. Okay? Fucked. Period.
I have a better solution.
Here's how I felt when Fabianski went down. Almost as terrified as I did when freaking Antonio come off the pitch. Yeah. Those are the two places where we are thin. Very
his was his hip as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Antonio's was his hip as well. Yeah.
Apparently it's not bad, so
yeah.
I think the better solution to getting an adequate backup goalkeeper would be getting adequate outside backs so that it can alleviate the pressure from all the shit that Fabianski has to deal with on a gamely basis. And then you don't have to worry about him jumping out of his freaking spikes every goddamn game, trying to make every freaking save standing on his goddamn head.
Yeah. I mean, Vernon just commented in the chat, Anang or Trot, and I saw Anang did play a decent amount of the first friendly against the one team, but he didn't really have any action to face. Not saying that I'm advocating for either one of them to start, but I do think that one of them should be.
I think that should be our
considered for
number
backup.
4. I think that they should be our number 3 and our number 4. I think we need a solid number 2. I don't think either of them are ready to be a number 2, but I know that I would love to see them there so that when Fabianski goes down, they can step up as the number 2. Something else.
I mean, it would probably have to be Trot too, because Trot has already been out on loan. With his club in what was that, Division 1, and then you could probably send on loan this season. Because obviously you don't need both of them, especially if you're going to go.
It's League 1. That's Division 3.
Well, I mean, regardless, he still started for him and had to stop shots. I'm just saying, he's already had experience of being a number 1 keeper, so that's better than.
Yeah, I'd rather have Trot than Anang. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah,
but he's not ready. So anyway, let's talk about something positive. Is there anything positive to talk about today, or what the fuck is this all?
You can buy a lot of curry with 40 million quid that we're going to get for Diop, right, Charlie?
No. Hey, I've already said no food tonight. Stop it.
Yeah.
And don't you be setting that Charlie Walker.
Right.
For God's sakes.
Please.
I have a no. See, Dave, you've done it now. Look at this. No, Charlie, get out.
Fuck off.
I know. Something positive.
All right, let me ask. Hold on a second. Let's ask the two guys down below who run supporters groups. What's the fucking story for opening day or the first match of the season? Like, what are you guys doing in Philly? What are you doing in Alamo City, David? So let's start with Mark.
As far as I know, Stowe's Bar is open for outdoor dining. They have a projection screen and TVs all set up outside. The problem is, for any outdoor bar, if it rains, what the fuck do you do?
Oh,
and once it starts to, get a little colder out, I mean, are people really going to want to sit in cold weather and watch fucking West Ham get their doors blown off? I mean,
what about you, David?
Luckily for us, the Winchester pub is also a restaurant on top of being a pub. So they are open for inside dining. So we'll be there, for the match. Of course, there's some social distancing, and you got to wear your masks and all that crap. Touch wood, we should be all right.
Philadelphia has not been approved for indoor dining yet.
What the fuck's up with Philly, dude? I know. You guys were like shut down with no liquor sales in the state or whatever, the city or whatever, for forever. Like, a lot later than everybody else too.
Once they shut down the liquor stores, that got switched real fucking fast. I thought this entire state was on the fucking ground. It was a fucking war.
That's crazy. Guys, you gotta move to New Hampshire, man. Like, nobody's fucking getting sick. Nobody's wearing masks. They're all fucking partying outside. If you fucking wear a mask, they'll fucking shoot you. It's great, dude. Yeah. Fucking fireworks, whole 9 yards, man. I don't live there.
New Hampshire is basically just a glorified city, anyways.
So, David was saying about wearing the mask in his restaurant. I just ordered this one. I don't know if you can see it. Can you?
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
American
yeah.
Gamers
That's
Network.
not bad.
Got it.
Yes.
There you go.
That's really nice. That's quality.
There you go, boy.
On both sides. So I'll be spreading
That's
the
pretty
word
nice.
wherever I go.
For that. Alex Sheffield's the one
Nice.
that get those all set up and designed and everything like that. So thanks, Alex. And those cool
That cost
Minecraft
me a
T-shirts that
fucking arm
Lee's
and a
been
leg.
showing off. Yeah,
Yeah, but it was
cost an arm
worth
and a
it.
leg.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
From what?
Firm called Vistaprint.
Oh, you. Oh,
Oh, you created
you
that?
didn't order through the shop?
Or you bought it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I ordered it myself. Did it myself.
Oh, you bastard! You should order through the fucking shop, man.
I looked on there. There was nothing on there.
There is.
Right, well, I'll go on there
Anyway,
and check then. Because
Go
when
on
I
to
looked, there was
HarmonHammers.net.
nothing.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not-
Well, moving on.
You want something
Nothing to
positive?
see.
You want something
Sure.
positive? Manuel Lenzini.
He's been playing all right.
Are we?
I mean,
Are we
Okay,
seeing a
so-
resurgence?
I've seen an improvement. I don't know if I was going
Yeah.
as far as saying it's a resurgence. I think a lot remains to be seen. And I've seen Lanzini have really nice streaks right before, it's time to decide who's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen him
Yeah,
do
no,
really
it's true.
well before contract negotiations and before, when it's time to get to the nut cutting and see who's going,
No, definitely. I think the best thing for him, obviously, he's playing against competition that he should be doing really well against. So hopefully for him, he's just able to build up confidence, because obviously no individual player is above hearing what, fans and pundits have to say about them. So I'm sure he knows what people think about him. And as long as he's able to build confidence, he's starting matches. He's playing, pretty decently as he should be, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I hope he doesn't disappear. I think it'd be nice to see him back to the level that he was in the last season, the Bolin. But I mean, only time will tell with that. Hopefully, he just has his head sorted. Now, Anderson, on the other hand, he can go.
Yeah, he can go wherever he
When's
wants
the next
to.
friendly?
The 5th, next Saturday.
Betway
It's
Cup
against-
on Saturday.
Betway, yeah.
AFC Bournemouth, and that's
Yeah.
the last one. Yep.
Fucking loses. Fucking lose, the little club, dinky little shits. Fucking fuck off, you cherry faggots.
Oh,
I'll have a pint of what he's been drinking.
right.
Sorry. Demonetized. Whoop.
Right.
Right.
I'm just
listen.
bored, guys. I'm just fucking stir crazy. Sorry, I don't drink at all.
If you're bored, right, after you've watched this, go and look at West Ham Fan TV from tonight's Sunday night pint.
I watched a little bit of it earlier.
Apparently, Nicky Hawkins has a pretty nice.
Nicky
nice
Hawkins
rant.
had such a rant on there. He put our team to shame, I must say.
Really?
He properly went
Oh,
off
we're gonna
on
have to have a
one.
little
Tim.
talk.
Seriously, he properly
I
went
love
off
Nicky,
on
man.
one. Yeah, it was
I
about
love him. He gives
GSP,
good hugs. He's a big dude. He gives great hugs.
but not as good as Charlie. Charlie gives the best hugs.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Charlie gives the best hugs.
Yeah.
Charlie gives the best. Ray gives good hugs, but who else gave me a hug? Gio gives great kisses right on the cheek. I think I showed that picture the other time we were on. Fuck off.
I think,
These are my kids' Fortnite headphones, man. You know? Sorry.
One
Valorant,
thing I'm
or something
looking
like that.
forward
He's sick of
to-
Fortnite.
Go on, Sally.
Oh, apparently
One
West
thing
Ham
you
have
look forward to.
So I guess real quick before that, West Ham have a friendly on Tuesday against Reading, and then it's next Saturday against Bournemouth, and then the season starts.
The Reading game's been cancelled.
Yeah, Reading pulled out.
Oh, has it? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good for them.
Reading pulled out.
Well, okay, so I guess what I was going to say was I'm looking forward to the tough start of the season, specifically because I think if we come out of that with at least half as many points that are offered, I think, it will set us up well for a nice little run in the middle of the season. Because, I mean, there's obviously we didn't start with the top 6 opponent, but, I mean, we pretty much face all of them in the next, 5 weeks after that. So, and it's not going to be – I'm sure there'll be times it'll be rough to watch.
Yeah,
but I think
isn't
we'll
there
definitely
a month? Is it December or January? It looks fucking smooth. One of the two. I don't know
Yeah.
which month it was. One of them looks
I think it's
just the
January.
opposite.
Yeah, so January is Everton, West Brom, Burnley, Crystal Palace, and Liverpool. And December is Man U, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, and Brighton, and then Southampton. So that's a lot of games in 1 month. Jesus.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of that tough start. I mean, you think about a few years ago. I think it was the last year when we were at the Boleyn. We had some really tough games, wasn't it? Man City and then Liverpool away.
Arsenal away.
for the first game away. Yeah.
Done them, yeah. So that's those first couple of games. That's where anything can happen, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the best part about it was nobody will be expecting us to win, so we got nothing to lose except for the game itself. But you know what I mean.
The most important thing is
right. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think we'll be fine. I don't think we're going to be in any fear of being relegated. It is annoying that we haven't signed anybody, but this same team did pretty well to start off last season. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm sure the end of the season builds some confidence with them too.
Yeah, I don't really have a concern. I mean, we should be concerned that we might get relegated if we don't sign a single player, because why the hell would this season be just dealt with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that we would get relegated if we didn't sign anyone, which doesn't make any sense. I have no idea why I feel that confidence. I just don't see it. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't know why.
Well, last season we sold all of our strikers, and then signed one.
Yeah,
and we still stayed up.
Yeah,
and we had
just
Roberto.
to play a little bit of devil's advocate. We could be like Tottenham a couple of years ago, not sign anybody, and then go around and win the Europa League.
honestly, if we do end up hanging on to Rice until at least Christmas, I think if we sign a left back, we'll be all right.
Yeah, that's honestly the only business I really want to see get done is sort out left back.
Are we close to any signings though? I mean, with all the bullshit that I know, fuck you, Charlie, I love you, but god damn it, I knew you were gonna pull that up. Bastard. God. What the fuck was I saying?
Are we close to signing anyone? No.
Anyone? No.
No. I mean, I know I'm getting linked with
everybody you want to
be
linked with.
That's like,
what's happening?
no, I mean, I'm not linked, but like, has X said anything like, oh shit, yeah, we're close to signing Dick Fuck from Bournemouth or something? I don't know.
No. And if you go on like any of the the apps and things that people use for their info, we are linked with a list as long as that. Do you know what I mean? And it's just
you know what the funniest one was? The funniest one was today. I saw that guy from Porto again, the guy that we were linked with last year. Instead of Aller, we were gonna get, it was either came down to Marega or fucking Aller, and we ended up getting Modibo Marega, what the fuck his name is, the guy from Porto, the giant dude. We're linked with him again, supposedly. Another striker that we fucking don't need.
Do you know what
I haven't seen a single piece of information regarding West Ham and the transfer window other than the fans being pissed off about us not doing anything. And the fact that Chelsea keeps trying to talk to Declan Rice. That is literally the only thing that I have read regarding West Ham and transfer window.
But if you
West Ham misses out on,
yeah,
or West Ham target goes to
Yeah.
such and such club.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, but they say like West Ham target, but I'm like, really? Because I didn't read that they were a target. We just assumed that they were a target because everyone's a fucking target.
Yeah.
Like there is no actual like target.
And if you follow ex-employee, there's not actually been an official approach from Chelsea yet for Declan Rice. Everything's sort of rumor, conjecture, under the table, whatever you want to call it, but nothing official yet, which is kind of worrying because, like I said earlier, the longer it goes on towards the end of the window, the more I'm getting worried.
Well, maybe that's why he was playing ex-Chelsea employee for a little while there. Maybe because GSB just said, fuck it, we're not giving him any inside information anymore. And he just doesn't have anything to say. Maybe, hopefully they're working on something and just not telling him. I know it's not true.
They covered all that on the pod. No, he said the reason he did the Chelsea stuff was because he was getting slagged off so bad for leaking West Ham stuff. And he was just trying to put it out there that, that West Ham aren't the only club that leak information like that.
I heard that.
Too. And then they were talking about Rice as well. They reckon if he does go this window, it'll be right to the end. And if it's not this window, it's probably going to be next window.
Yeah, I don't think he's here at the end of the season, honestly.
If we can get one more season out of him, I'll be happy.
Yet.
Yet.
He's not going there yet.
I want the boys I had to take us to the top 4 this year so we can keep him.
So, anything else positive?
Should we do some Hammers polls?
Oh yeah, definitely.
There is one question.
I always forget to do this.
There is one question on there that I really want to do.
Do it first.
It's a really good point by Charlie talking about Thiago Silva, saying that Chelsea going after Silva probably would mean that they won't have the money to go after Declan in this window.
Dang, I've answered.
World.
I've answered them all. So if you don't mind them coming up already answered.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, dude, fine.
This is the one that I wanted you to all see. Okay. This is after Wednesday's show.
Oh, that's the best bid.
Oh yeah, he should win. He should. If he didn't, I would have been really surprised.
Oh, it's fucking
Wayne Leoselli.
I mean, shout out to anybody who voted for me, but
you're missing the the primo.
Dude, it's David.
Nice.
David's got the best. He's got a little Scotty in going on there, but
yeah.
So listen, this is sad though. I mean, like that. There's really nothing fucking going on, and the season's almost here. The window's almost shut, and they have to do a poll about fucking the beards of American Hammers TV. There's nothing else to talk about. That's not on them. I'm just saying that's just sad because there's nothing really to fucking talk about.
If Rice was to leave, who would you want to replace him? McTominay, Ampadu, Zaharia, or other?
Other.
Messi.
Yeah, anyone. N'Golo Kante as a swap. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, Messi said that wherever he goes, he's taking Neymar with him. So if you're able to get Messi, you're also getting Neymar.
Oh yes,
what are we waiting for at that point then?
McTominay's good, though,
right?
man. I mean, out of that lot, I mean, I don't know who the other two idiots are, but McTominay's good. He's not bad.
My problem is
like the
look at these some of these answers. Kevin De Bruyne,
Billy Butts.
Declan is better than these people.
We'll give Stuart Pearce some boots and put him on the pitch. We just signed him back. You know
but Kevin Nolan, man, I want to see the chicken dance one more time.
Nolan, was that a joke?
Oh no,
What else we got there, Steve?
Well, on the Hammers polls,
Is there
we
anything?
have who starts against Newcastle, Lanzini or Fornals?
Oh, for now it's easy.
Oh,
100%.
that's lopsided.
That's the easiest answer all
Lanzini?
night.
I'm guessing they're asking in the number 10 role.
Yeah.
I'd still do
Yeah.
Fornals. The answer does
Because I
not
wouldn't
change.
want either of them on the left wing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, neither one of them I think are wingers in the first place. So I think you have to put them in the middle to create.
Yarmolenko, keep or sell?
Keep.
Keep him. You're not going to get nothing for him.
Keep.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
He is fucking awesome.
I rate him.
Oh yeah, he's an impact sub too.
Yeah.
I think we're the only 5 that rate him, but yeah.
Be nice to see what he could do playing in his proper position, but yeah, keep him.
Yeah. We don't need more
we
wingers.
might get to see that when Antonio blows a bloody hamstring.
So Charlie in the chat, he says, "Sell Yarmo if we can get the right money for him." What in your mind, Charlie, would be the right money for Yarmo?
Yeah, because we ain't getting 20 mil for him again.
No.
And I wouldn't let him go for 10. We get goals out of him, dude. You know, even the short amount of time he played last season, he banged in fucking more goals than half our squad.
Yarmo knows how to find the goal. That dude just scores fucking goals. He gets the ball in his left peg. I mean,
that's it.
But he scored with his right as well, didn't he? Against
on the weekend.
Yeah. He's a goal scorer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Come on, Charlie. How much should we sell him for?
He's a striker.
We're all waiting.
I think he's just pissed off that he didn't make the beard poll.
He says 4 Roka Josh and
No way.
50.
I wouldn't. No.
15
Why wouldn't you, Mark? Why not?
2 Lamb Roka
Because goal scorers are a commodity. Goal scorers are a commodity.
Okay.
I wouldn't sell him for 19 million.
The same reason that you don't sell a guy like Declan Rice, you don't sell goal scorers. You don't sell.
Well, and the thing with Yarmo too that's really nice is, you know, the moment is never too big for him, you know, because I mean, you think about it, the year that we signed him, the team started uptrending after the Everton game where he bagged in 2 of them. You know, Manchester United, you know, he played those guys, you know, last year and this year, you know, cool as a cucumber. And then he comes on against Chelsea. And then he has more moments than just these few I'm talking about. But
he is cool.
You know, comes on against Chelsea, and the second he touches the pitch, the ball's in the back of the net. So, you know, he's a cool customer. I think that's another thing that you can't overlook is, you know, you know that you can expect production from him whether he starts or is on the bench. But I think it's quality to know that you have that on the bench for whenever you need it.
Yeah. Real quick note. I guess I think Wayne. I told Wayne to mention it last time he was on. He's going to be doing a show for us once a month. It was going to be once a week, but logistically it just didn't work out. So we're going to do once a month. Wayne's going to come on and do his half-an-hour show that he does on his regular podcast. We were trying to find a game show to have him host, but we haven't figured that out yet. So he's just going to do his thing on our channel. And we have a whole bunch of like shows that we had when the last season was going on that are coming back. So basically almost every night of the week, we're going to have shows. So if anyone watching, you know, you want to join a show as a guest, like we got Mark and Sally and, you know, and David, like come on and be a guest. If you want to host a show or co-host a show regularly, once a week, something like that. We have openings and stuff. So also American Hammers Radio is coming back when the season starts. So if you want to do just a podcast and just don't like the camera, but you want to talk and be heard, fucking let us know. Message us and we'll get back to you and figure something out. And
Can I just
who looks 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Go.
I was gonna say something nice about somebody. I can't. If I put it off, I'll forget. I'm sorry.
You can't. Don't say anything nice about Rebecca.
I was going to.
No, I'm
got a show
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
She's
She's
got
so
a
going
show-
to kick my ass, isn't she?
She's coming back with Katie, who is going to be on tonight, but she's not feeling well. So I hope you feel better, Katie. But anyway, Rebecca and Katie are doing their Hammered Out show every other Thursday when the season starts again. So I'm looking forward to that. And by the way, Becky, I hope you saved those locks of hair so you could like sell them off on Twitter to raise some funds so we can sign it right back left back, because fucking GSB ain't buying one. So or maybe a backup keeper. But yeah. Anyway, you look great.
All I was going to say, Tim, was I was going to reinforce what you said about if anybody wants to host a show or just be a guest on a show. That was how I started. And these guys, I've only ever met Tim and
Gary.
who?
Gary. Crazy Gary.
Gary, yes, thank you.
Gary.
Do you know what? Every week I have a brain fart over one name, and that was this week's. Yes, I've only ever met Tim and Gary in person, but on here I've met lots of great people, and
All
they
over the
are
world.
very all over the world, and they are a great bunch, and they are very friendly and very accommodating, and the messenger thing that Tim set up for everybody to communicate, and that is fantastic. There's lots of support on there, so don't be afraid or don't be nervous. They're a great bunch.
Yeah. Physically, the only person I've not met here is Selly. I met David when I was in Dallas. He came up from San Antonio and visited, and that was awesome. And I met Mark in Philly, and I met Steve, obviously, overseas. But listen, besides physically meeting somebody, I've met some of the coolest people all over the world. And not only that, when I bring people on and have people come on as guests, now Mark is getting to chat with people from all over the world who are West Ham fans. When David comes on, he gets to chat with people that he's never met before that are awesome, West Ham fans, and so on and so on and so on. What the hell did she say? Oh, okay. Sorry. And Sally, same thing. Like we've met people through this that we probably never would have met or even talked to, and we get to do this on a regular basis. So it's really fun. So please join the family. It's a family over here. Join us.
It is. It's a worldwide family.
Yep. Cool. All right. So what else?
I don't know. I totally lost my train.
I want to hear Sally do a rant. Ready? Sally,
yeah, right.
So, oh man, I tried to do one a little while ago when Steve had the show where everybody was going to do a rant, and it was pretty much just of the culture of the club. The club, not necessarily the fans, because they are their own culture, but the club itself has to find something to lean on, because back in the what was it, the 80s and before then, there was a certain kind of product you could expect on the field from the team, and even a little bit in the last season, the Bowl-in, even though I honestly think that was just a perfect storm of just stuff that happened because of what was going on with the stadium. But I think the frustrating thing with that, finding the culture, is that there's so much turnover in top flight European football. Because you have some players that go to a club, stay there for a couple of years, and then leave and go somewhere else, just because there's either more money or something. Rarely do you find – I mean, even Ronaldo's a perfect one for that. He hasn't really stayed at one place. Well, I guess maybe Real Madrid, but maybe he's not a good example. Anyways, doesn't matter. We don't have, certain people that – I guess Declan Rice would be one that we want to be like that. Obviously, Mark Noble's been around forever, but outside of Mark Noble, I mean, Antonio was the longest tenured player on the club. I think outside of that, there probably hasn't been anybody to start in the starting 11 for this team for more than 4 years. So I think that's just something too. Just need people that are going to come in and play for the badge and not the paycheck. Which I know is hard to find, but. I don't know. Once that's able to happen, then I think West Ham will be just fine, regardless of who's in ownership.
On Fantasy Island over there.
Yeah,
I know
no.
I'm crazy, but like, am I really that crazy that we don't need a number 2? Like, seriously, like, we don't need someone to compete, someone younger to, like, kind of pull a fucking Adrian to, what Adrian did with fucking Jaskalainen. You know what I mean? And like, kind of
Based
work
off of
his
what
way
we
in
have, I
and push
definitely
him out.
agree. I think we could do well for a
Do
good
we really
backup.
think
But
Fabianski's gonna bring it on? Bring it on.
Tim,
When this whole
I hear
fucking
what you're
travel
saying.
ban's over, bring it on.
I hear what you're saying, Tim. And yes,
Yep.
we do need a number 2, but not at the moment. It's not a priority.
I agree with Steve 100%.
Watch what happens.
I think there are bigger
Watch
priorities.
what happens. You're all gonna be wearing black. You're all gonna be in your black
No,
jerseys.
see,
It's gonna be the death. We're gonna fucking. I swear to God, if we don't fix the goalkeeper situation, we're going down.
if
I
something
mean, honestly,
happens,
as long as we had a halfway.
If something happens to him, I have every faith in Darren Randolph. If Fabianski gets injured, I've got every faith in Darren Randolph. Seriously.
Oh God.
I have
Darren
10
Randolph.
times the faith in Randolph than I did in Roberto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I do think it's a
Randolph
position that we should
did in
definitely
one
get
game
younger at for a
Worse than
backup
fucking
keeper.
Roberto did in like 2. He fucking 4 goals against the Leicester B squad, dude. Oh, it wasn't his fault. It was our defenders' fault. But wait a minute. Well, I thought Diop and Ogbar were good defenders. No,
Yeah, but
wait a minute.
Roberto
yeah,
did
no,
let
what is
4
it?
in
His defenders
against
suck.
Oxford
His
too. So
This
Randolph
is
didn't lose against the championship team.
we might need a second goalkeeper, but if let's just say that we could only sign one player, the one player I'm signing is
Left back.
Left back. Oh yeah, easy, 100%.
there are
Left
bigger
back.
priorities than a backup goalie on the chance that Fabianski goes down.
Yeah, I mean, and even with backup goalie, you just need a halfway, competent goalie. And Randolph, I would say, is more competent than Roberto was, especially because he's even played for his country. Not saying that I want him long term, but I guess just for the time being until you can find a legit backup, whether that being one of the academy people, in a few years or whatever the case. I'm not too worried about that right now.
Mr. Sensible.
I've been called worse. I've been called worse.
Oh, you are, dude. Yeah. I love this group. I love being on the show with you guys. I really do. Yeah. Dude, this is my fucking house. I'm on my deck. I can't smoke inside the house. I'm not allowed to smoke inside the house.
No, he's just waiting for you to start landing these 747s.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Flo.
See, look.
I met Flo too.
Listen.
Flo's an awesome guy.
Listen,
yeah,
Tim,
actually, dude. Well, almost. Tim, sure.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know you're.
Hey, look at the planes.
Oh, fuck it.
Plane.
This is cracked out.
Plane.
Seriously, I know you're the godfather of AHTV, but seriously, it all goes to chaos when you come on the show.
I know, especially as a guest when I'm not hosting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I love it.
we all love you, and we wouldn't be anywhere without you. But
I couldn't, I couldn't let you guys, someone,
No.
I don't know, someone had to step up tonight because, like, Katie was going to be like the, the ranter, the one who's going to like talk sense into everybody. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to jump in because, she's not here. And plus I miss you guys, I haven't been on much lately since this whole COVID bullshit, but I try to come on at least once a week. But
I understand
thank you all
Katie's
for like
under
doing
the
the shows
weather.
for me.
So get well soon, Katie.
Yeah, she's not feeling well, so I hope she gets better. Yeah. All right. Cool. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
If you're on and you're watching, you owe me another show.
Listen, who owes me shots when Fabianski goes down? We don't have a fucking backup plan.
I'll be there to take them with you.
It's only 6 hours. Wait, is it 6 hours to Philly? Yeah, I think it was 6 hours to Philly. I'll come down and get some hammer shots with you guys. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, dude, especially when I'm, like, loud. I have headphones on, so you know how people are when they have headphones on that cover their ears like this, and you talk louder than normal? Yeah, it's awesome. They don't give a fuck. But anyway, I live in Lowell, Mass. Lowell's fucking ghetto shit. So, whatever. Anyway, guys, what are we gonna do? Wrap
Right,
it up?
yeah, before we go, I just want to say that this was a one-off odd one because of my cranky shifts, bank holiday working, and that we have a bank holiday in the UK tomorrow.
We got one next week.
Starting next Sunday, I am going to be doing AHTV and Friends at 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday for at least the month of October. And I think next week's is the last show before our first game of the season, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think next
Yeah.
Sunday we should do like some kind of prediction show, like where we predict our starting 11, how we're going to do that kind of thing, and try and get some positivity going rather than all this bloody doom and gloom and sack the board. I agree, sack the board, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, man.
So if anybody wants to come on there and be uber positive about the start of the season, Dave, and come on with it with your thoughts on starting 11, super subs, all that kind of thing. And Tim, are you going to do a prediction league this year like you did last year?
I don't know. I don't know yet. Maybe
Finishing positions 1 to 20. Email them into you.
Yeah, everybody fucked last year. Everybody was way off.
Everybody was way off.
Everybody was way off.
Yeah.
I think
no one expected a relegation
battle.
No, we weren't off. The league was off. All right.
Yeah, we knew exactly what we were
that's
talking
exactly
about.
what happened. Yeah.
I had it just right. They looked it all up for me.
We'll do something. I don't know what. But I do know that the most exciting thing is that both of our game shows are coming back. So Friday Night Lights is coming back for season 2 and Hammer Shots. So if anybody wants to join and start fresh again, and both the seasons are going to be cut in half. I mean, we're going to do basically 2 seasons for every full season. So yeah, season 2 and 3 will be coming up. But anyway, it's really fun. I mean, test your knowledge, and then also just I don't know, with Friday Night Likes, it's just you got to compete for likes based off of your arguments or comments. So it's going to be great. I think both shows are changing up slightly, like their format, and so it's not exactly the same as last season. So it's going to be really interesting. So if anyone wants to get involved with those, want to join either Friday Night Likes or Hammer Shots, message me, please, so we can get you, because I need to map it out and figure out who's going to go against who, because time difference and so on, it gets tricky, because we do want everybody to have an opportunity wherever you are. But that's what I'm most excited about. I really am, because John has been really preparing for Friday Night Likes season 2, and same thing with Adam. Adam's he wanted to just continue, like right off the bat. I'm like, that dude's an animal. He's gonna count. You guys just fucking died. Had a heart attack, and he's a couple weeks later, he's doing a show. He's like, "Come on, let's go." But I swear to God, he wanted to do it soon. He wanted to go like the next week after his heart attack. Like, I'm not joking. And we had to fight him to hold him off because he had access to our network. And even if I said no, he was still going to do it. But I think it took like 2 weeks or something like that. But anyway, he's awesome. So anyway, people join. Yeah. No, Wally, you're not out of a job. You're still the number 2 man. Not number 2 man. You're like the sidekick of Mr. Nolan. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Just changing up a few things, which you'll find out. We want to hold off for some surprises. And all my American friends who want any of the West Ham kits, your free shipping, dude. Like, I guess Akib Tariq said earlier in the comments that it ends this weekend. So actually tonight or tomorrow. I don't know, tomorrow. So anyway, just hurry up and do that. I recommend getting the black one so we can all dress properly for the funeral. But it's up to you. All right, guys.
If you enjoyed the show, give it a thumbs up, share it with all your friends, and don't forget, hit that little bell so you get a notification, because these guys are fantastic. Fellas, thank you all for joining me.
Cheers, Steve.
Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining in with the chat. Where is Issa Diop?